Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with you live. I never call this my studio. It's my stamping area or my stamping room. I don't know, I guess it's my studio, but I never call it that. I don't know why. But it's getting bigger. My husband just moved stuff out of the way, but I haven't taken it over yet. He said, "Do you want this out of the way?" And I said, yeah. So it is Wednesday morning. Hi, Carrie is already on. You must have your coffee in hand already. Carrie's already on. Hello, good morning. It's 10:30 Eastern Time, Wednesday morning, and that's where I'll be every week. You can also find me on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. You can find me there anytime. Oh, Alexa is here. I'm so glad that you're here. I assume that your showers worked around this too. I love knowing that about you guys, that you work your stuff around me. That makes me happy, makes my heart sing. So let's see, what stories do I have for you? I don't remember if I shared stories about morning, Marcia. I'm glad to see you. I don't remember if I shared stories with you on video about my father-in-law. He was in the hospital a month and a half ago or so, and since then he's just been he's not had his normal strength, and we've been going. Good job, Alexa. I'm glad you're all clean. Me too. We've needed to go visit him twice a day, every day, since he's been out of the hospital. And also I'm doing his grocery shopping for him, and he's a little old man, so sweet and hilarious, and he'll go every couple days for whatever it is that he needs. And I've always said about him, he doesn't ask for much, so if he asks for something, I'm gonna just take care of it. Sorry, I'm probably bouncing the camera. So if he tells me something that he needs, then I'll go there and pick it up, and on the way. And I don't just, I keep a running list, and I don't know. Anyway, so I have two hilarious stories. Well, I have to back up. So Todd always used to. Hi, Jody. I'm glad that you're here. Todd always used to do his grocery shopping with his grandma, and Kathy's here. I love seeing you on. Todd would do grocery shopping for his grandma, and on her list would be that she wanted 25 cents worth of ham. And he, as a teenager or a college person, was like, I do not want to ask for 25 cents worth of ham. So he tried to figure it out mathematically, and would get give me 1/8 of a pound, or give me 1/4 pound, or whatever. And but he did not want to do that. So it's been a running joke since we've been married. So I go shopping for his dad, and he asked me to get 5 slices of hard salami and 3 slices of garlic bologna. So they wanted at the deli, it wouldn't even ring up right on their scale or whatever, and they just said this is right. It's just marked differently because we had to put it in manually. So Todd doesn't think that qualifies as his 25 cents worth of ham. But the next week that I went shopping for him, he said he needed some dark pumpernickel. So he said they have it. Hopefully it's sliced in the bakery, and so take it to the back of the bakery and ask them for just half the loaf. It still cracks me up. So I take the package of bread back to the bakery and look at it and go, my father-in-law says that I can get just half of this. And first she looks at me like, excuse me? and then says, okay, and goes back and splits it up between 2 packages, gives me one, puts the other one on the shelf, and I get my half a loaf for my father-in-law. And when I told Todd that, he's like, yeah, that one's up there. I'm not sure I could have done that. And then he said, this cracks me up because I totally can see his grandma being this person. He said, probably some little old lady came in like, oh, good, half a loaf, just what I wanted. Oh my goodness, it cracks me up shopping for this man. He's hilarious. So, but it's, I'm happy to do it for him. So, anyway, so that's my stories for the week. I got in a few there. Okay, so today is a fun day. There are a couple things that are going on. First of all, the holiday catalog went live. Have you all seen it? It's rather amazing. Do you have a favorite bundle in there that you think you need? Let me know what your favorite one is that you like so far. And also today starts our designer paper sale. I haven't seen anybody get on in a while. Can you say hi or something so that I know that it's still going well? Sometimes we have technical difficulties, so I just want to make sure that you are there. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to keep going. The designer paper sale. Everything is from the annual catalog, not from the small. That's awesome. Thanks for commenting, Carrie. I was wondering, like, is anybody there? Sometimes I know that the phones and Facebook and whatever is goofy. Hi, Charlene. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, designer paper sale. I'm hearing you loud and clear. Okay, good, Marsha. Buy 3, get 1 free. Hi, Lisa Marie. Did you see I featured your card on my blog yesterday? It's beautiful and everybody loves it. I'm gonna show it today too, just so that people can see it. Thanks, Alexa. Okay, buy 3, get 1 free. It's all from the annual catalog, and I think there's even one. Sorry, I know that there's one, and I think it's the pressed petals. Specialty designer paper is even included in it, but none of the designer paper from the holiday catalog is included. But buy 3, get 1 free. There are no quantities limited. So yeah, it starts now and it goes this month. So that is a cool time. Okay, so I'm going to get started. What I'm using today is, what did I do with the stamp set case? There it is. I buried it. Okay, I'm using Harvest Hellos today. I just think it's such a cute set. Well, I'm using the bundle too. It is on page 49 of the holiday catalog. If you've not seen it, check it out. Doesn't include the cardstock. You mean the designer paper sale? There's a list on my blog. I posted it today, and I don't have the list in front of me. I just printed it out. Oh, I did. Just a sec. Let me grab it to read to you. It's just designer paper, not cardstock. And I don't know if you recall, I'm not sure what you mean by cardstock, but this catalog, they don't have any coordinating cardstock. It's just they reduced the catalog to help with shipping it and stuff like that. So I'll tell you what designer paper is included, and you also can find the list on my blog and you can view it or print it. The Perennial Essence, See a Silhouette, that's the one that I showed last week, with these cool designs. That's not the card that I made last week, but it was one that I showed. Come Sail Away, Magnolia Lane, Garden Lane, Follow Your Art, Woven Threads, Dinah Roar, Bird Ballad, and then also Pressed Petals Specialty. So those are all that's included in the sale. So buy any 3 of those and get 1 free. Oh, Linda is on. Hi, Linda. So that's the sale. I told you the bundle that I'm using, Harvest Hellos, and I'm gonna use. So it includes this punch. I love it. So I'm gonna give you. Oh, Dina's on. Hi, Dina. I haven't seen you in weeks. I know you had a busy, stressful month, is what you called it. I'm glad that you're back. We missed you. Or I missed you. I don't know if anybody else knows who you are. But that's the fun thing about being on here, is you all can just chat with me and with each other while you're here. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm kind of giving you a sneak peek without giving you a peek yet. So when I saw this stamp set, this bundle, as you can see, you can make it an apple here, or you can make it a pumpkin, and they both work with this punch. So when I thought of the apple right away, this isn't the kind that I prefer to eat, but whenever I stamp, I always think of green apples. I always like something that's just a little bit non-traditional, which I feel like that apple is more. I'm so glad you're here. Finally connecting. I feel like green apples are a little more non-traditional, so that's what I like. Whether it's Christmas colors, I prefer non-traditional. And anyway, so whenever I see an apple, I think green apple. So sneak peek, I'm using green. Okay, so I'm going to be putting you down and doing my stamping. Remember, when I have you down, I can't see what you're saying, or if you're getting on, or if you're commenting, but I'll get back to you when I'm done. Okay, so there's a process for this. Sorry, I have to go through it every time so I don't get confused. So I have my options here, and I'm flipping you backwards, and then I'm flipping you upside down, and now I can put you down. Okay. So you can see, so now I can just hold this up normal, and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm using Crumb Cake as my card base, and I'm going to do a couple things first. So I'm using Memento. The main reason I'm using Memento is because I'm going to be using Stampin' blends for, I don't want this one. I'm using Stampin' blends for coloring part of it in. So I'm stamping my apple here. And I'm not going to punch it out yet. I'm just going to let it dry. And I'm stamping my little, excuse me, can you see this stamp? Sorry, my throat's getting dry. So this is the little, I need to take a quick swig. This is the little stem for the apple. And what I've been doing that makes it easy, as you can see on this side, because of how these builder punches, I would call this a builder punch, but I don't think that it's called that in the catalog. They used to call it that. Maybe it is, I don't even know. Because these builder punches have extra pieces on, you're always going to be punching out more than what you want to. So to alleviate some of that, I'm stamping right at the edge, because then I can come in like this and punch it out. But I'm not going to do it, because every time I do it way too early, then I lose it somewhere on my table. So anyway, it's stamped. I'm going to put this one down because it keeps getting, oh, do I even have, oh good. I thought I didn't put adhesive over here. Okay, so this is Garden Green. I just wanted a green that coordinated with my Granny Apple Green that I'm planning to use. But I'm just getting this, I'm attaching this to my card so it's out of the way. It keeps getting in my way. I keep trying to grab it and I don't want it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm using this stamp. This is the apple slice stamp. And quick hint, I don't need to use it this way right now, but I'm gonna give you a hint for how you can do it if you want to punch it out. I'm not planning to punch it. You can punch this out with this punch out just the slice. So how you would do it, the easy way to do it would be to ink it up, stamp it right at the edge of your cardstock. Who can't think of the word cardstock? Crazy me. Stamp it right at the edge of the cardstock so you have the line edge that goes with the straight edge of the slice. I think you can see that. And then you'll come in and you'll punch it like this. So you can punch your slice right out. Okay? So that's just a hint. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to be making some slices of apples here. I didn't leave very much room. Oh well. No, I'm gonna flip it. All right, and I'm gonna do the other ones first. Okay, so that was the slice. I also have the seeds here. I kind of like this for a background or a border, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I guess it would be a border on this. So I'm gonna do these first. So I'm gonna stamp these here. And they're kind of every which way, so you don't have to be perfect getting them together, even though I was. It doesn't happen all the time, but I have to mention it every now and then. Alright, so we're going to put this here. Oh, I wasn't perfect that time. My seeds on my apple. That's what I get for being smart aleck. Alright, so I need to let that dry a little bit. Actually, I don't for the black. Okay, so I'm using the light basic black Stampin' blend, and let's see, do I want that in? Yeah, I guess I do want this in. I just prefer the brush tip. I'm just going to use the brush tip. Okay, so since it's black, I'm not worrying about it. This is going to be a difficult part, is chatting with all this little bits of coloring. I'm not worrying about this blending in and bleeding by the Memento not being dry yet because it's all black. But I do want to say, I think I've mentioned this before on camera, but I don't know. I use, when I'm wanting to color something in black, I use the light basic black instead of the dark, because then, we're going to put a seed right on top of it. Because then you still can see the definition of like the outline, the lines that you have. So like when I was making a cow a couple weeks ago or whatever, I still, when I was coloring in the spots, I could see the shape of the spot, or when I was coloring in the hoof, I still could see the lines of the hoof or whatever. So so I use light basic black, and if I didn't tell you this already, it looks like gray. So I put some washi tape on here so I don't have to, they have tiny little words that show what colors they are, and so I don't have to look at those tiny little words every time. I can tell just by the washi tape that it's gray, or I mean that it's black, not gray. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that for a minute, and I'm going to punch this out while I'm waiting for the Memento to dry. So you want it to dry so that it's not, you're not making it bleed. Alright, and we're going to make this a get well card. So I'm going to ink this up. And I just like stamping right on my apple. Look how cute he is. Ah. Alright, now I'm going to punch out my stem. Okay, so how I've been dealing with this stem, because I keep wanting to pop up my apple. So how I've been dealing with this stem is with mini glue dots. It's helpful, but they're tiny. So I press it on a dot and lift it up, and then I have to fold it over on itself so that it's not sticking out and sticking to everything else in sight. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Ha! Alright, let's try this again. I guess I could put it on the front. I'm putting it on the front this time. I keep putting it in the back. But I remembered on Lisa Marie's card that I posted on my thing yesterday, she put it on the front. So it's going on the front today. Look how cute that is. Ah, love him. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more things while it's drying. Okay, so I'm putting dimensionals on the back. Remember, if I'm going to bother, I kind of put lots of dimensionals on. I don't like stuff getting squished down, so if I want it to pop up, it needs to be able to pop up. So I'm going to leave that aside for right now. And now I'm going to, I still like the brush tip. Even though it's sometimes too wide, it's just, I don't know, I like it best. So I'm taking my Stampin' blend. I don't remember if I told you this on camera before or not either. Okay, so Stampin' blends allow you to blend color in, but even when I'm not blending color in, I've been liking using these markers because they don't show the marker lines. So I specifically used Memento instead of Stays On this time, so that I could use this, because I did make a card and use the regular markers, and I just like these. And do I have this? Okay, I'm going to show you something quick. I haven't used this in a while because I'm just trying not to be too picky. This is a color lifter, and I don't know if you saw me or not, but I colored outside the lines, and while it's still wet, I can kind of color at it to lighten it up. The more that you color at it, the lighter that it gets. So let's hope that it works. It is lightening. I'll put it up close, see if you can see it. It's getting lighter. Alright, so that looks a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to put this on. Remember, as you can see here, if you're using your Stampin' blends right, you're going to have soaking through in your cardstock. So you always want something protecting your surface if you're worried about getting ink on that, because it will go through. So don't do it once you have it attached to your card either, because again, it could go through unless there's lots of layers that you're putting on. Okay, so here's my card. And then I'm going to pop my apple on here. So take the backing off. Alright, so who likes green apples and who likes red apples? My favorite kind of apple that I like to eat is Honeycrisp. That's what we like to get. Alright, so here's my card. It's all done. Isn't this just the cutest set? I love it. I keep thinking that I want to do something with watermelons with these seeds, like do it on pink, but I haven't thought through that yet. I haven't figured out a plan. Okay, so I'm going to put you up. I need to upside down you and make you go sideways, and here I am again. Okay. That's the reason I like the blends also. No marker lines. Yes. You're funny. I see that you're on there, Nancy. You need a do not disturb sign. I love it. Okay, so now that I have you up, yes, I love Honeycrisp, Marsha. Okay, so here is my card again. The light's always better when I pull it up, so yes, Honeycrisp is awesome. So do you guys ever go picking in the apple orchard? We go down to Crane's You Pick in Fenville, and I don't know, see, we go to, it's actually called Gary Crane's You Pick, but they just answer Crane's You Pick. It's different from, there's two Cranes down there, and we go to the one that's on the north side of the road. Excuse me. And their apple prices are all the same. It does not matter which kind of apples that you're picking. And they're huge. I love them. Okay, so here's the card that I just made dipped in caramel. Oh, yes. I have a good recipe for caramel that I make for, I think it's supposed to be a fondue. But anyway, yeah, dipped in caramel is awesome. Okay, so there's my card that I already made. And then this was one, I don't know if you saw it on my blog. This was the first one that I put on my blog, my first sneak peek. I did it for a swap for that I do every month. So I made the basket down here and then have it opened up. So there's my basket of apples. And then this is one that I got in the mail this weekend. I put it on my blog yesterday. I just love this. She put a lot of work into this. Holy cow. There's the texture here from the Scripty. Thanks for picking tip. We're going to... Okay, gotcha. For the picking tip, for where to go, you mean? That the prices aren't any different, Alexa? It's a ways to go. It's like a 40-minute drive from our house, but we just love them. We've been going to them for years. They normally have huge peaches, and most of their peach crop was destroyed by a hard freeze or something. I don't know. So we were bummed that we didn't get peaches. Oh yeah, you just love this one? Yeah, she put a lot of work into it, and I love it so much. Yeah, one of the things that I love about Crane's You Pick that we go to is unless they're so extremely busy, they tell you like what to look for in the fruit. Like if it's not big enough in your hand, that's not the best one. If it's not, like Honeycrisp is supposed to be really red, so if it's not red, that's not going to be your sweetest apples. I just love how they teach you about the fruit too. Oh man, I love peaches. We canned peaches Saturday. They're delicious. We get the ones that we do for canning though, we get from around here. There's Mulker's in, I don't know if it's considered Walker or Granville or I don't know what it is, but we go there for it's a variety called Flaming Fury, and they make really pretty canned peaches. We love them. We love sugared up peaches. Those aren't the ones that I put in the fruit salad for Hostess Appreciation, though. Those are whatever we can get, and those are frozen ones. We don't do the canned ones for Hostess Appreciation. Okay, so I showed you Harvest Hellos. You bought a peach from them. How I kept seeing that on Facebook, the peach truck. That was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I kept seeing it this year. How were the peaches from there? It made me a little nervous, like they were a fly-by-night kind of thing, because we'll be here for an hour, and we'll be here for an hour, and I don't know, it was kind of crazy. But it's amazing going fruit picking because you can just eat a whole bunch while you're in the orchard. We love summer sweet orchards. Okay, for peaches and apples, gotcha. They were wonderful, cold packed. Cool. Let's see. Did I have anything else? Oh, okay. So, I feel like I'm in the dark today. Normally, I don't feel like I'm in the dark. Do you guys think that it looks like that? It must have gotten shady outside or something, because normally, even though I turn off my lights so that you guys can see me better, I feel like my lighting's usually good, and it's weird. Maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know. Okay, so remember, the card that I made you today is up for grabs. Not that I get them out very quickly, right, Marcia? But like, share, comment, and then... Okay, well, I'm glad that you can see fine. That's good. Thanks, Nancy. Like, share, comment, and you'll be entered for a drawing to receive this card. So I loved having you all on today. I love you gabbing with me. This really is a fun part of my job. It's stressful for me getting ready for it. I know you're teaching me patience. Well, somebody has to, Marcia. I'm being used of God to teach you patience, Marcia. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. I am horrible about getting stuff out in the mail. I don't know how many people I've already passed their birthdays and need to send them out. By the way, if I don't have your birthday yet, you need to make sure that you put that in the comments. Make sure you tell me what that date is about too, though, because I might forget that I asked for it. Just trying to be a vessel, Marcia. Anyway, I'll send you a birthday card, but it may not be on time. Even my sister-in-law's, I still have to get it out in the mail. So yeah. Anyway, they get there eventually, but I'm horrible about getting to the post office, getting to the mailbox. I just have to stick it in my own mailbox, and I just not a good thing. That's why I don't do classes online. Like, it's a struggle. It's just, yeah. Okay, so I'm done for today, I believe. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be putting all this information on I'll even put down, I didn't figure them out yet. I mean, I kind of did because I had to cut them, but I'll put the measurements for this card and the item numbers and all that kind of stuff at the top of this video. So thanks for joining me today. I had so much fun. Excuse me, sorry. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you next week, Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Bye.